In this video, I would like to introduce you to yet another indie perfumer who I've had the absolute pleasure of corresponding with in Facebook. She is a wonderful person, well-rounded, highly, highly fun to talk to, funny, and just super smart. And that's not even to say anything about her perfumery, which I want to dedicate this review to. Especially one scent. I'm talking about Shelley Waddington, whose name may or may not be familiar with you. Like I said, I'm trying to dedicate 2016 to talking about independent perfumery. The world out there is so much bigger than Chanel and Bulgari and Amouage and all of these other houses that you hear just touted around on Facebook and in the YouTube fragrance community. So I want to spend time talking about these smaller houses that put out some top quality stuff, but you just never hear about them. And it's a damn shame. Shelley Waddington runs the house called Voyage Perfumes, and she did me the extreme kindness of sending me. She actually sent me 2 packages because one of them, I don't know what happened to it, was tightly sealed, but it had nothing in it, but I could smell something on it, so I know it had to have something in it at one time. I let her know via Facebook that's what happened, and she said, I'll send you another one. Yo, Shelley, you don't have to. She sent it anyway. Got it today in the mail. Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate it. It just really it speaks to the kindness of people in this community. They're just incredibly giving, and sort of humbles you to think about it. I want to talk about one perfume that Shelley makes, and I'll just show you the back. It's called New York Man. You can probably see there. And I love the little sample card that she sent it on. It's got shoes on it and stuff. There's the sample. This has an interesting backstory, actually. The idea of New York Man was a collaborative effort between Carlos of Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, right here on YouTube, also very active in Facebook. The small chance that you ever get to see this, Carlos, hi. And his group on Facebook called the PLP group, the Peace, Love, and Perfume group on Facebook. And so it was a collaboration between them and Shelley. The notes for New York Man include the peace notes, the piece of PLP, of incense, myrrh, sandalwood, smoke, patchouli, cannabis flower, natural oud and resins, and the love notes, the L in PLP, are animal musk, ambergris, and castoreum, with bonus notes of scotch and cigars. Shelley classifies this as an animalic, woody aromatic, and I probably would too. It fits. I think the notes really belie what kind of fragrance this is, however. To look at just the breakdown, you might easily think that this was only for fall or winter weather, cold weather, or cooler weather. And that would be just... you also think that it was just gigantically bold and projecting and sort of unrepentantly in your face and masculine. It's not that kind of scent. Despite the masculine tones and notes, they come together in a wonderfully sort of gentle, soft way. The myrrh and the incense and the resins dominate the fragrance, but there is this very nice, soft greenness and distant jasmine that surrounds the whole scent, which makes it really nice. These subtle touches that greenness and that jasmine, make it more versatile, and I think more open to wear in more seasons. I think you could easily do this in spring to possibly winter. Possibly summer. Definitely in winter. The spices, my nose picks up mostly cinnamon and clove. They're wispy and they're clean. They're not really aggressive. They don't drop down your nose, don't want to make you sneeze. I personally never get whiskey on my skin, and that's a-okay with me. I get a nice creamy sandalwood, so providing this nice base for everything to rest on. And as it ages on my skin, anything that was animalic in the opening or the body has toned down, and you get this spiced sandalwood with hints of leather and musk as it dies on your skin. Again, a very nice base. This is really a surprise to the nose in a sense. It's not your average woody, spicy tobacco oud, and it's not by any means what you would call a freshie. It's a little bit of both. It sort of rides that line between both categories of perfume. In going with Shelley's vision of the refined New York man, she undoubtedly chose to make a perfume that does not scream out for attention, and I think she succeeds here. I wouldn't say it's a skin scent, but again, it's not screaming across the room. I get average longevity on my skin, maybe 4 or 5 hours, with maybe 1 or 2 of a nice, foot-long, 18-inch diameter cloud of sillage. The person who wears this, I think, commands attention rather than demands attention. It's sort of got it's got just that right amount of projection, and of course the kind of scent that it is I think only maybe a certain kind of person can wear it. Anyway, if you like spices, if you like myrrh, if you like resins, incense, tobacco, this is something that's really well behaved, really sophisticated. I would opt for this. Definitely opt for a sample at least. Women attracted to similar notes, I don't think you should be put off by the name New York Man. Don't let that deter you from trying it. While I think smelling this on a man, especially in a 3-piece suit, would probably make anyone swoon, there's something about this that can lend itself to being worn by women too, especially once you give it several minutes to dry down on the skin. And as with any sophisticated New York man or woman, there's much more than meets the eye. And Shelley, I think, has done a beautiful job at capturing a lot of that. So, my review of New York Man. I will talk to you again soon, Shelley. Thank you again so much for the sample and the second set of samples, which I told you I received today. Bye, guys, and I'll see everyone soon.